Have you ever had those moments when you're so invested in the activity that everything in the world just disappears? You're studying, drawing, playing a video game, an instrument, or exercising, and somehow everything goes very smooth and you feel incredible enjoyment from that activity. Time warps and hours start to feel like minutes. You're focused, calm, and weirdly happy. Most likely, that feeling that you have experienced is flow. And today, we'll break down what it really is, what happens in the brain during flow state, how to enter the flow state, what are the benefits, and even its dark side. So, what exactly is flow? It is commonly defined as a state of deep absorption where your skill level perfectly matches the complexity of the challenge that you're facing. During flow, people experience the fading of self consciousness, yet fully in control, and the activity itself becomes internally rather than externally rewarding. Scientific literature defines it as autotelic experience. Modern research identifies flow as a combination of clear goals, presence of a skill, immediate feedback, intense focus, and finally, temporary loss of self awareness. Like in Pixar's Soul, there is a scene where souls enter this luminous, boundless space, completely absorbed in complex tasks that they genuinely enjoy. They're not thinking about failure, praise, or time. They're just in the moment. This is essentially flow in action. I don't remember the first time I entered flow, but growing up, it happened to me quite a lot. I'd lose myself in drawing, coloring, singing, reading, but only if it actually grabbed me, or recreating scenarios that I imagined on my dolls. Later, when I got a laptop, I got completely absorbed playing The Sims. I was building apartments, houses, managing characters for hours. I was experimenting with every detail once the initial creations got boring. In short, I've always been prone to entering flow under different conditions at different ages. In those moments, time didn't exist and performance did not matter. I was just in the moment enjoying whatever I was doing. I was fully in the zone. I thought it was just entertainment, but looking back at it, I realized that these were all flow experiences. Oh, look who joined us. Hi, Milo. My throat is giving up. God bless me. Anyways, so what is happening in the brain during such unique experiences? Flow is very tricky to study in the lab. Not only it's hard to enter, it's even harder to control in lab settings, especially when researchers are constantly monitoring your brain. On top of that, it's hard to differentiate which brain activity comes from the flow itself and which one comes from a specific task one is performing. Studies vary widely in how they induce and measure the flow. Some researchers use mental arithmetic, others use art, music performance, and even video games. Measurement tools are just as diverse. EEG, functional MRI, and more all capture different signals. Such differences are extremely useful for our understanding of flow, but they make it hard to draw firm conclusions. Additionally, individual differences play a huge role, yet are often being overlooked. Personality traits like autotelic tendency, skill level, or prior experience, I believe all influence brain activity pattern during flow. But most studies of brain mechanisms of flow just don't account for them. That said, there are patterns that do appear consistently in some studies, not all. Please be attentive. Attention control regions and reward pathways often synchronize, creating a highly efficient brain state. The prefrontal cortex, a part of our brain that is responsible for self monitoring, quiets down, which is why overthinking fades away during flow. And finally, dopamine circuits fire because the activity becomes internally rewarding, giving that pleasurable in the zone feeling. Why do some people enter flow more easily? The autotelic personality. As we can see from the studies on brain mechanisms of flow, you really don't have to be some sort of a superhuman, unique, and talented in order to enter the flow. Interestingly, though, not everyone enters the flow at the same ease. Some people are just naturally more flow prone. They have what psychologists call the autotelic personality, a personality that finds reward in the activity itself. Autotelic individuals tend to be very curious and persistent, focus deeply without external rewards, enjoy challenges for their own sake, and dislike boredom a lot, so they actively seek stimulating and engaging tasks. There really is no need for money, praise, or recognition for autotelic people to stay motivated. The activity itself is intrinsically rewarding enough for them. And that is why autotelic people have an easier time getting into flow, often slip into it while doing something that they enjoy. But don't get upset too soon. Even if you're not naturally autotelic, there are some ways to increase your chances of entering flow. So, how to reach flow? Everyone can get into flow if the conditions are right. So, if you would like to enter flow but you do not know how to, here are some tips that might help you. First, you would have to match challenge and skill. If the task is too easy, you're gonna get bored. If it's too hard, you are gonna get anxious. But if there is a perfect balance between your skill level and the complexity of the challenge that you're facing, you have high chances of getting to experience flow. Second, one must know exactly what they're aiming to do. For example, catch a ball, practice a chord, finish the level in a game. It is very important that the person is skilled enough to even figure out whether or not they're completing the task correctly. They also must be aware of what is the next step that they have to complete. If these conditions are not met, the distraction and anxiety prevent flow. Third, full attention control. Minimize distractions around you. Brain enters efficient activation patterns. Fourth would be internal motivation. You must really enjoy the process. Autotelic tasks lead to flow. And last but not least, mindfulness practice. Your attention must be focused on the present moment. Daily mindfulness increases the likelihood of flow. So, other than enjoyment, what are the pros of flow? Flow isn't just a pleasant state, it has real benefits. Performance boosts. Flow boosts performance, creativity, and execution. Research shows a strong correlation, but it is unclear if flow increases performance or vice versa. That claim is derived from a correlation, so please do not assume a causation here. Emotional well being. Research reveals a strong correlation between experiences of flow and overall long term life satisfaction. Learning efficiency. The deep concentration that is being experienced during flow may hypothetically accelerate skill growth, teamwork, and collective flow. Flow is positively associated with enhances in cooperation and group creativity. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? However, just like everything else in this world, flow is not perfect. It has a shadow side. Flow as escapism. Flow is generally associated with positive functioning. However, the detachment feature of flow might be used as a form of emotional avoidance. When engagement becomes compulsive, it may interfere with self-reflection and emotional regulation. Over-immersion. That distorted time perception is actually no good. Distorted time perception, along with reduced awareness, can result in neglect of responsibilities. I think we all witnessed those people who are so absorbed that they forgot to eat, they forgot to clean, they forgot to go to school. Flow is not always linked to performance. It has been revealed that the benefits of flow vary by task. The effect of flow is most visible and I would say most prominent in athletes. Reduced self awareness. During flow, people experience reduced prefrontal activation, which can be associated with decrease in metacognitive monitoring, leading to generally risky behaviors. Group flow conformity. In group settings, the intense focus and shared excitement can make people less likely to speak up when they notice that something is wrong. This can lead to following the group's momentum instead of thinking for yourself independently. I personally believe that flow is one of the most fascinating states that one might achieve. A mix of focus, motivation, and very high efficiency. It can make you feel alive, creative, and unstoppable, or maybe pull you away from the reality if uncontrolled. I really hope that you enjoyed the video and found it inspiring. If there is any topic that you would like me to cover in my future videos, don't hesitate to write your suggestions in the comments. For those interested in psychology and small insights or just thoughts, you should follow my Telegram channel. You can see the link below this video. And to my fellows psych majors, do you have any draft hypotheses about flow that you would like to share? I would really love to see your thoughts and I'll be waiting for your comments. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. I'll see you in the next video.